It always feels like Led Zeppelin kind of existed outside the confines of the popular trends in music. They were something so unique that felt like the natural progression of rock and roll in the early 70s. This is my series where I'm talking about every single Led Zeppelin album in chronological order, and this is Houses of the Holy, 1973. A year that was jam-packed for Led Zeppelin, who went on a massive tour. This tour would be documented in the footage used to create The Song Remains the Same a couple years later. 1973 would also be the year that Led Zeppelin started flying around in their insane private jet and were definitely marketing themselves as golden gods. Led Zeppelin were 4 years into their career and had been touring for a large amount of that time. They'd played all over the world, but still the anxiety and the stress that came along with touring was starting to take its toll on all of the members. John Paul Jones very nearly quit the band in 1973 because he wanted to go home to his family. He was convinced by their manager, Peter Grant, to stay, but from that point going forward, there was a fracture in their once solid unit. Houses of the Holy was a reflective album that the band wrote mostly about their experiences touring as the biggest band in the world. The title itself was a reference to the many venues that they had played at, the Houses of the Holy, if you will, where the almost religious experience that was a Led Zeppelin concert in the early 70s took place. The Song Remains the Same was written by Jimmy Page as an overture, a sort of, here's what this album's going to be about. The song Jamaica, or Did You Make Her? No, I Will Not Be Doing an Accent, was a song that resulted from John Bonham's interest in reggae drumming. He combined that style of drumming with a doo-wop beat, and the band came up with this song, a track that John Paul Jones hated and did not want to include on the album because he thought it wasn't taken seriously enough. Robert argued it would probably be a hit, and guess what? He was right. Over the Hills and Far Away, one of my absolute favorite Led Zeppelin songs, developed in 2 sections. A softer acoustic sound contrasting with the louder amplified boom. The song is about hippies in America, and it became kind of a favorite for the band to play live. Singing in the sunshine! Very similar to The Ocean, which was another sort of observational track by Robert Plant, who was describing the feeling of looking out over the ocean of fans that they played in front of every single night. It was a thank you and a nod to their devotion. Zeppelin fans were very singularly dedicated as a fandom, which was a direct result of the love that the band themselves poured into their music and into their live shows. It was a beautiful thing, but it was a lot for 4 guys to keep up with. And the weight of the pressure and the temptation to self-medicate with substances became greater with every hit song on the radio.